Welcome back, everybody. You're here at Behind the Fame, and we got a special whopper of a guest for you. We're going to be discussing the life and career of Billy Gilbert. Look at his face. If you were a fan of the silent era, you were a fan of the Little Rascals, those types of movies back in the late 20s, early 30s, you're going to remember that face of legendary actor Billy Gilbert. His facial expressions, his heavy-set body, that mustache, the look, the hair, the weight. Let's go ahead and celebrate the life and career of Billy Gilbert. Billy Gilbert was an American actor, comedian, director, and writer, best known for a comic sneeze routine that made him one of Hollywood's most recognizable character players in over 200 films, shorts, and TV shows from 1929 to the early 1960s. He frequently played blustery, dialect-heavy roles and also provided memorable voice work in major animated classics. Early life and vaudeville. Born William Gilbert Barron in 1894 in Louisville, Kentucky, to Metropolitan Opera singers, he grew up in San Francisco and joined a troupe of singing children after leaving school. He worked in female impersonation, briefly boxed professionally, and then spent years in vaudeville and burlesque on the Columbia and Mutual circuits, developing the broad stage style that defined his screen persona. Break into films. Comic Billy Gilbert was discovered by Stan Laurel after a 1929 stage show. Laurel introduced him to producer Hal Roach, who hired him as a gag writer, actor, and director. Gilbert soon appeared in Vitaphone shorts, then in Roach comedies with Laurel and Hardy, Charlie Chase, Velma Todd, and Our Gang, often as a blustery villain or comic nuisance, and sometimes as part of the Schmaltz Brothers and the Taxi Boys series. Feature films and voice work. His trademark build-up to a sneeze routine led Walt Disney to cast him as the voice of Sneezy in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and later Willie the Giant in Fun and Fancy Free. He appeared in a long list of 1930s through the 40s features, including The Music Box, $1 Million Legs, His Girl Friday, Captain's Courageous, Tin Pan Alley, The Great Dictator, Herring, a parody of Herman Goring, Seven Sinners, and many more, often in vivid supporting roles. Later years, television and stage. In the late 1940s and early 1950s, he worked on Broadway as an actor, writer, and director in productions such as Fanny, The Chocolate Soldier, Gypsy Lady, and The Red Mill. He moved into television with appearances on shows like You Asked for It, the children's series Andy's Gang, and Producers Showcase, playing the giant in Jack and the Beanstalk, retiring from the screen after 5 weeks in a ballroom in 1962. Personal life, death, and legacy. Gilbert married actress Ella Mackenzie. The couple adopted a son who died tragically in 1943, and they performed for U.S. Marines during World War II, including a 1943 USO trip to Northern Ireland, connected to Ella's family roots. Billy Gilbert died in North Hollywood in 1971 after a stroke. He was only 77 and is buried in Oddfellow Cemetery. He has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame And critic Leonard Maltin praised him as one of the screen's most beloved character actors, especially for his dialect work and extended sneeze routine. Look at that handsome, chubby, fat face. Who does not remember Billy Gilbert? Well, if you're a fan of movies, if you're a fan of the silent era, movies from the 20s and 30s, Our Gang, Laurel and Hardy, you would remember watching Billy Gilbert in there somewhere. He is recognizable. He just has that face that you remember. And he had his own following, and he was very successful at what he did. What are your favorite roles or thoughts on legendary comedic actor, writer, producer, director, Billy Gilbert? Leave your comments below. Thank you for joining me here at Behind the Fame, where we celebrate all your favorite celebrities of yesteryear. Thanks everybody. I'll see you all in the next video.